What's up, moms, dads, and caregivers? Welcome back to your baby manual. I'm Courtney Reynolds, pediatric occupational therapist and early interventionist. And today we are going to talk about newborn development. So that first month. As always, these videos are intended for educational purposes only. Please do not use them in place of medical advice. Always contact your pediatrician with any concerns you have for your infant or toddler. Well, if you are a new parent, congratulations. It's an exciting time, so let's dive into it with top 10 activities for your newborn. Number 1 is sleep. Your newborn baby will be sleeping the majority of the day. In fact, the National Sleep Foundation says that it's typical for new babies to sleep for about 14 to 17 hours within a 24-hour period. So your baby will be sleeping a lot. Make sure you always lie your baby on their back to sleep and eliminate anything extra in their crib. So no pillows or extra blankets or stuffed animals to decrease the risk of suffocation. Number 2 will be eating. Your newborn, whether they're breastfeeding or taking formula, will typically take about 1 to 2 ounces every 2 to 3 hours. Now, a lot of newborn babies will struggle with acid reflux. That's very common. Some babies are happy spitters and it just comes right out. They don't seem fazed by it. Whereas babies with reflux will show a lot of arching and grimacing right before it comes up. Talk to your pediatrician about it. There can be a couple of different solutions, like changing formulas to one that's more sensitive for their stomachs. Or if you're breastfeeding, your doctor may recommend that you start a dairy-free diet. But again, contact your pediatrician so that you can get the advice that best fits your baby. Number 3 is soothing. A lot of babies will cry. That is typical for babies. So you can do a few things to get them to calm. One is to swaddle them in a blanket. One is to gently bounce while walking them around. You can do gentle pats on their back or their bottom. Sometimes crying, though it is normal, it can be a sign that something else is going on medically. So if the crying goes on for more than 3 hours, for more than 3 times a week, for a period of 3 weeks or more, that is known as colic. So definitely contact your pediatrician if you suspect that's the case. No matter how frustrated you get or sleep deprived, remember, never, ever shake a baby. That can cause permanent brain damage or even death. Always have someone that you can call, whether it's a friend or a family member, even if you just need to vent, or someone who can come over and help. Or you can call some of the hotlines that I've listed in the comments below. Number 4 is sensory exploration. This new world is completely foreign to your baby, and the way that they take it in is by taking information through their senses. So through hearing and tactile exploration, especially in the first few months. There are toys that are crinkly and soft. Expose them to different textures, and you can even help them bring their fist to their mouth so that they can start exploring that and exploring self-soothing on their own. Number 5 is talking to your baby and singing to your baby. Your baby loves the sound of your voice, and they even started recognizing it in the womb. So the more you talk to your baby and expose them to that language, the more comforted they will be, and the more they are absorbing language which they will later be using. So talk to your baby constantly. If you don't know what to talk about, just talk about your day. Talk about what you see in the room. Sing a song. You don't have to sing any song in particular. You can sing Green Day. You can sing a song about whatever you're thinking. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you're interacting with your baby. They're hearing your voice. Number 5 is tummy time. Tummy time, tummy time, tummy time, we tell all of the parents. It's so important. You know, it is very important to put your baby on their back to sleep, but because of that, they are missing out on their tummy time during the day. So don't forget to also put them on their tummy. Also, if they're sleeping and you're awake, you can put them on your chest. Just make sure you bring their elbows up underneath them so they have something to prop up against. This helps just to decrease the risk of getting flatness on the back of their head, and it helps for that strengthening for their neck and chest muscles to help them develop later developing motor milestones. Current recommendations for tummy time are by age 3 months, so we have a few months to get there, but by age 3 months, it's 90 minutes a day. Now, you're not expected to put your baby on their tummy for 90 minutes straight. That's too much. But start off with just a few minutes at a time. Another thing you can do is number 7, which is side lying. So placing your baby on their left or right sides. It also gets their head in midline, gets them in a nice midline orientation where their hands are together, and they can start exploring those hands. Babies typically start really noticing those hands between 3 and 5 months. That's for the next video. Our next milestone is visual focus and tracking. So by 2 weeks, your baby is able to see about a foot in front of them. Their vision is still developing, so it's pretty blurry at this point, but they can see things like your face when you're holding them. So that's about a foot when you're giving them their bottle or breastfeeding. You can also offer them high contrast colors to really make things pop out more at them. So black on a white background or white on a black background. There are a lot of black and white cards out there that you can use. You can even start practicing visual tracking with your baby. So putting one of those cards about a foot in front of them and then slowly turning it to their left and to their right, up and down to see if their eyes will follow. Next milestone is bathing. So you can start offering sponge baths to your babies. Sometimes babies will get cold, so giving them a warm cloth to put on their chest can help calm them. Some babies will get cradle cap, which is kind of a crusty film on the top of their head. It's really tempting, but don't pick at it. It will go away on its own. You may wash their scalp with a gentle baby shampoo. And if it doesn't go away after a few weeks, your doctor might prescribe a medicated shampoo. Number 10 is cuddling and snuggling. Oh, I miss this phase. While you're awake, put baby on your chest. This produces oxytocin, which is the bonding hormone that really strengthens that bond you have between your baby and helps them feel secure. It's not recommended to co-sleep with your baby due to risk of accidental suffocation, but you can place your baby in a bassinet right beside your bed. I hope these tips were helpful. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. Next week, we'll be talking about the 3 to 6 month age period, and a lot happens then. So I hope you will hit that notification bell and stay tuned for that. Thanks again and have a wonderful day.